Hi, welcome to This Is Your Spotlight. I am your lovely and ever-present host, Eurydice Roman. No. I'm not selling anything except dynamic people that I'm interviewing. Like, if you never heard of a Dominican model, a male model, that a fact, I have one here today, Mr. Miguel Perdomo. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. How you doing?
I'm good. So Dominican male model. Don't worry, every Dominican dude that stares at himself in the mirror and lasts at least 20, 30 minutes fixing himself to go out thinks he's un modelo del año. Como el carro.
Sure. With the Burberry shirt and the white shoes.
No, folks, we're talking about someone who actually has to have other people do his makeup, pick out his clothes, be on location, and whether it's snow, cold, rain, sun, heat,
Don't matter.
put up with that.
Gotta put up with every
Don't
weather.
sweat out the material either.
Exactly.
It's like, this shirt is cotton blend, right? You sure?
Yeah. For
Oh,
sure
no,
I know it's cotton.
oh, damn. Okay, so I gotta keep. Okay, I need a fan.
Nah, you yeah, you good. You good. You ain't sweating, so you good. Está bien.
This is true. So you've been modeling since when?
Since 18 years old.
Wow.
So I got 24 years in the industry. Well, if you want to, technically 23 because you don't really count the first year. The first year you learning how to get situated and what companies are looking for. Because I asked a lot of questions. I got told no by many people, so I'm used to that.
True. So what was a really big campaign modeling wise that you did that you could be like, hey, I was there?
My biggest campaign, I did a Louis Vuitton ad in 2000. What year was that? 2004, I think. 2004, 2005. I did a big ad for them, and the only reason why that resonates with me is like to the fullest is because we shot it in DR.
Oh,
They asked me where you wanted to shoot. I said in DR. They was like, why? I was like, that's home.
exactly. Like, what's wrong with shooting at home?
No, they wasn't. They had no problem with it because everybody was like, oh my god, I've never been there. Let's go. And then we shot in La Romana,
Nice.
like at the airport, where nobody was like, we had a shot at the
Di
airport.
que no había pendenciero y gente de que, ay, ¿qué está pasando? Ay, Dios mío, qué lindo.
No, it was cool because I had my family with me too from DR.
Oh.
So everybody from the block, I brought everybody with me. It was like we had to rent two buses. Like it was crazy. I had like maybe I want to say like 70 people there, something like that.
Oh, wow.
For a shot that took half an hour.
Wow.
But afterwards, I took everybody to like the resort that they had there, and I paid for everybody. So like, we had a beautiful time. So it was dope.
But that sounds actually like a fantastic experience.
Yeah, it was fun. Trust me. Like everybody, we was taking pictures of everybody, and my family was like, "Are you famous?" And I was like, "No, I'm just working." I was like, "I don't care about fame. That shit doesn't do anything for
me." Yeah, because the moment you say, "Ah, tú eres famoso, ay, que tomate foto." Next thing you know, they're like, "Oh, yo recuerdo cuando Miguel se ponía esta camisita aquí y que él lo tocó y que sí."
Ya tú sabes.
Pesos.
The first thing they say is when I get there to DR, vamos para Yumbo, eh? Right away, they take me to Costco.
I was not.
So I can ball out. It's like, because you don't eat the food from here. I'm like, yes, I do. Americano, Americano. I'm like, oh my God. It's annoying as hell.
Yeah, that's the price of being Dominican sometimes. You know how that goes. So my question, I have another question for you. Aside from the Louis ad, in recent memory, has there been another campaign that you can like say it did wonders for you, or like it helped you out in terms of it's good add to the portfolio?
No, I mean the Fat Farm ad I did. That was the first ad that I publicly made, right? That I publicly did, which was 2001. That's the one that put me on the map.
Mm.
But the crazy thing about that situation was that I never wanted to be a model. I was always boxing. I used to box. So one of my friends, he went to a casting, and I went with him. And mind you, at the time, I had curly hair, the Brooklyn, the nice shape up, and all that. They didn't have my like the baldy that I got now. And they was like, "We want to use you. We don't like your friend." And I said, "What? He's the one that wants to be a model. I don't want to be a model." They was like, "We want you. So come inside. Let's take some pictures and see how you look." I said, "All right, cool." I went inside, put the clothes on, took pictures. They was like, "Oh my God, hell yeah, you're gonna be our model." I said, "What?" And then there was like, "Would you have problems cutting your hair?" And I said, "Hell yeah, I have problems cutting my hair." And then they put a number down on the napkin. This is how much we're gonna pay you. I said, "I'm going straight to the barbershop." And then and then the rest is history. Like the rest has just been like a snowball effect. Like when I did that one and it came out in the Source and the Vibe magazine. At the time, it was a magazine called Dons and Divas. That was like a prison magazine. So when I tell you everybody from prison knew who I was, which is crazy to me, dudes is coming home, from doing 10 years. Yo, what's up, dog? I saw you in the magazine. I'm like, what? What magazine was it? And just me learning because I didn't know a lot of magazines that were out there. But then again, when you do an ad back in the day, the publication company, whoever owned that ad, they could sell it to whoever they want. So they sold it to so many people, and of course, one of them was like the jail joints. Even the women's jail, they knew who I was. Like I was getting pen pal mail, whatever you call it, pen pal mail.
Oh my
Like it was
God.
crazy. Like I was
Talk
getting
about
mail from
I want
people.
him specifically.
Yeah, they was like, "Yo, well, you look like you too young for me, but when I get out, maybe we can." Like what? Situations like that. That I was like, "Wow, how you got my damn address? That's crazy."
Oh, snap. I'm sorry. That's actually you took it like you took it like a champ, bro. I'll tell you that
Nah,
much.
I
You
was
took
just
it
like,
like
all
a
right, cool, whatever. I'm laid back. I'm not pressed about nothing. So I'm like, all right, cool.
champ. It's like, okay, when I
I was
get
like, all
out,
right, this is weird, but let's
then
try it.
it's
Okay.
like, hopefully you're that dude for me when I get out.
Exactly, exactly.
Hopefully. Oh my God.
Like you're gonna be in a different plateau. I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
That's a
Fat Farm
little
one is the one
frightening
that
though.
started everything.
That's a little scary. Yeah.
Nah, I mean, it's part of the game. It's all right.
Yes. Have you ever gotten like not accosted, but have women come up to you like, "Oh my God, I like you in this ad that I saw you in." Do you get that frequently?
Yeah, no, I get that from time to time. It's cool. I don't feel no type of way about it. I'll be like, oh, thanks. Cool. I'm grateful. A lot, because male models don't really girls see us and oh yeah, he's just a model, whatever. Pretty sure he has a million women chasing them. That's always the mindset for everybody. I'm like, if I did, they'll never tell me. So I don't know who the hell chasing me. Whatever. I'm like, I don't know.
It's like, is there an invisible ghost I don't know about chasing me?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yeah, I'm good, man. Eso cansa también. I'll be like,
La
I
verdad.
don't do it for that. I do it for my family. Like I do it to represent for us, the Dominican
Yeah.
culture, the
Yeah.
Dominican heritage. You know what I'm saying? I'm like humbled. You know what I'm saying? I love being Dominican. You know, I don't care for all the accolades. Like, oh yeah, I saw you in this. I saw you that. Cool, thanks. I just keep working.
Hmm. So, um, has have being Dominican come into play at any point in time during your career?
Yeah, I mean, it was from the beginning I started. They named me like the first Dominican male supermodel, and I was like, I'm pretty sure there was other Dominican like men and women before me. It's just, of course, they didn't get the highlight. You know,
Mm,
I can't say I'm the first one,
got
but I would say I'm the first one that got highlighted.
Mm.
So it's like when people say, "Oh, you the first," and I'm like, I'm not the first, man. I'm pretty sure I'm not the first. But then again, I like us, we fall under the African American category too. So you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't understand that. So of course I met a lot of Dominicans before me, that they're in fashion, and then you ask them, they be like, I'm black, and I'm like, that's cool because it's the same thing. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't real Dominicans we know, but then you got the Santiago Dominicans that they don't believe that.
Hey, my family's from Santiago.
I'm from the capital. You know
My,
where we from.
yeah, so my family's from Santiago, my mom's from Santiago, and my dad's from Tenares.
See, my
Soy
father's from the capital.
cibaeña,
My mom is
soy
from some.
cibaeña con país.
No, ya sé, yo.
Yo no la
Mi
meto
mamá
la
es
I,
cibaeña
pero porque
también.
no le gusta a la gente cuando hablo con la I.
Sí, mami is cibaeña también. She from Santiago,
Cool.
aka Villa González, that small
Oh,
ass little
cool.
city. And I'm from the capital, Las Americas.
Nice. My grandmother had a house, God rest her soul, en Los Restauradores, la calle Canaba, Los Restauradores, antes de la Fuerza Armada y la Plaza de la Bandera.
Ah, I know, yeah,
Yeah, that's the good year.
man. I already know.
I was like, okay, cool. That's the indicator. I know where the hell I'm going.
Exactly.
No, but I'm telling you, in DR, like stuff happens in DR, and tú te queda like stuff that hasn't happened to me here happened to me in DR. I was
That's
like,
everybody.
okay, what? Like for
That's everybody.
example, when I was like, I'm sorry to talk about trauma, folks, completely unrelated, but
You good?
I'm gonna cut it short with the trauma stories. I'll tell you the war stories after this interview has lovingly ended. So the thing is just uh, let's talk about there is a lot of colorism in fashion, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Still to this day.
Yeah, seriously. And
Mm-hmm.
it's very interesting because in the fashion industry, I've worked, my fair share of fashion week since 2012. And there has been strides and bounds to try to get some kind of representation for an equal group of people, but it's just to be honest with you, the models get treated all the same at the end of the day. I've been to fashion shows that they don't even give the model a chair. The only time the model gets a chair is when they're doing their makeup or they have to get dressed. But like if they're gonna give them a chair to sit down, I've seen models have like very little food from the caterer and just literally dead ass sit on the floor until it was time to do hair, makeup, nails, and put on the
Oh, I
clothes,
know. I know. I
which is
remember
sad.
those days. I hated Fashion Week. I still hate Fashion Week to this day. Because it's like it's not meant like the way they treat people there is crazy. I'd be like,
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
it's
And then
nuts
the,
because it's only
you know,
15
the
minutes that show. That show don't even I understand if it was like an hour or something. They treat you like shit for 15 minutes of your time. I'm like, nah, man, I'm
exactly.
good. And they forget that I'm a street dude. So like, when you talk crazy to me, I look at you like, what? Like what you said? Like I'm not the guy to play that game with. Like I'm like, dude, I'm not the guy. Like I'm not like the rest of these models. Like I'm not built for this runway shit because I kill somebody.
Be careful.
Nah,
So
nah, I'm
then,
playing.
so
You
then
know
those
what I mean?
people
Like
are,
it's
so you know what? Your jail fandom was legitimate.
no, 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 no. I mean,
It was
you know what it is
justified that,
because
yeah,
I
he
pretty
could
much
look like he could throw a punch and take a couple too.
yeah. Nah, it's just the way they talk to you. Like they talk to you like you a peasant. Like real disrespectful. I don't like that. I'm not with that disrespecting people. I don't like disrespecting people's time. I'm not that guy. Like I respect everybody, so please give me the same respect. But in Fashion Week, they don't care about you. It ain't about you.
It's
It's
true.
about the brand.
I
Yeah.
100% agree.
But the street
Sometimes
version of me back in the day, I used to be like, what? Like, and then other people used to have to calm me down. Like, yo, calm down, man. It's a fashion show. Don't take it personal, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, once I learned how to manage my emotions, I was like, okay, I got this. And then I got used to getting treated like shit at Fashion Week. But the afterwards, they go, oh, we love you, I love you. And I'm like, if you love me, you won't talk to me like that.
it sounds like some bipolar snaps,
Yeah,
you
it
know?
is because
Like,
everybody's under
okay.
pressure, the time. I get it, I understand, but you got to have that composure. If you're a designer, you got to have your composure together because if you're going to be the leader, if you crumble, the whole thing is going to crumble. Everybody's going to crumble.
Mhm.
You know.
In terms of designers, what is Has there ever been like some clothes they've that you've been told to wear that you're like, nah, not that one?
Yeah, plenty of times. That's why like I stopped doing fashion week because they used to try to put me in the most risque clothes. They said we're gonna put some Prince pants on him with the ass out. Back then they were taking chances a lot of times, and I was like, I'm not the guy. Sorry. Oh, but we're not gonna pay you. I'm like, it's fine. I'll go home right now. Like, I'm cool.
So no booty cheek,
like back in the day, it was
so no
more
booty
risque.
cheek pants for you?
No, no Prince
No
pants
booty
for me.
cheeks? No, no. Mm-mm.
No, I'm just, it's just certain things that I'm just like, nah, I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing this. Then they started telling everybody, oh, he's complicated to work with. This is like when I was younger. I'm like, I'm not complicated to work with. I just don't want to wear a piece of underwear and me and some damn Ugg boots walking down the runway. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, I got too much dignity for
Oh boy.
And of course,
Thank you for the visual. I'm a little messed up right now.
no, no. I
It's
mean,
like
trust me. Don't get me
it's
wrong.
like I'm trying
I did
not
it
to
one
laugh
time
at the
with some
visual.
cowboy boots, and I was like, yeah, nah, that's not cool. I felt crazy afterwards. Like, you know how like your internal clock, you like, like your internal spirit be like, nah, this ain't it. Like that's what happened to me.
Oh my
My
god.
spirit was like, nah, you good. You don't need this.
Oh my god.
So I just once I found my lane, which is lifestyle, shooting lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to do lifestyle. I never wanted to do runway, but you got to play the game. You
You
know
gotta pay your dues in order to get to a comfort
exactly.
zone.
So exactly, I pay my dues, and to be honest with you, I was the only model with a publicist. Nobody
Mm.
had a publicist, but I did.
Mm.
Coming from an urban background, like because I was doing Sean John, Fat Farm, Baby Fat, everything you can name. That's Iniche, Mecca, all those hood brands. I did every brand, Avarex,
Mm.
Pele Pele, Academics, all those brands I did. And I'm like, the only way I'm gonna get a breakthrough in this industry is if I get a publicist.
Mm.
And when I got a publicist, everything changed.
There you go.
Everything changed because then he started getting me into rooms that I'm like, oh, I would have never got to this room by myself, you know. And he started, dropping my name and a lot of parties, and oh yeah, we know Miguel, tell Miguel to come. I was getting invited to like a lot of mainstream parties, so it was cool.
Nice.
Then I started getting like to know everybody like at Def Jam, at Rockaware, Rockefeller Records,
Mm-hmm.
Jay Z's team, Diddy's team. Diddy was my boss for like 8 years, 9 years.
No.
Yeah, because I worked for Sean John. That's where everybody know me from.
Oh,
I
Afloat
did Sean
Beat.
John. I think I did like I want to say like 14 seasons or something like that.
That's a lot. Dang.
Like I was the face of Sean John for a while.
Wow.
And then one of my friends came up. He's from Kansas, and I got him into Sean John, and then he became the face. But it was all right already because I was already like 13, 14 years in already. I mean seasons, sorry, 13, 14 seasons in already.
So we're gonna show some pictures for the public for you to
Oh,
know what we're talking about.
okay.
It was a simple Google search. Don't worry, we're not showing anything risque. Sorry.
I don't have nothing risky. It's
So
just
for
fine.
those of you who thought you were gonna see some, no, you're sorely disappointed. Don't worry, you'll be all right. You'll be okay.
No, trust me, I got a lot of underwear stuff. It's just that my publicists cleaned it up so much that you're not gonna find one
No, no, of course.
because
I wasn't trying, by the way. I really wasn't.
nah, it's cool. I'm just saying, like in general, because we cleaned it up so much because we wanted to go a different route. We kept doing urban, 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 and I was telling him like, yo, dude, we need to go mainstream. Like this ain't it.
No,
Like
of
I need to
course.
do
So,
Target.
all right. So here we go. This is
Wow,
okay. So this is
blast from the
this is a
past.
little old. The photo. This is a little old, but nonetheless, it is what I found. I was like, holy cow, this is amazing. Because I just put in, if you put in a
Oh,
simple Google search, everybody, this is Mr. Miguel when he was a lot younger. Now
That's
he's
crazy, right?
now he's doing big and tall. And I like the way it's called. It says find your fit with free and easy returns.
Mm-hmm.
Then you also have here, this is
Sweden.
cool. This is nice, cool dad vibes.
That's
Oh,
2 years ago,
he's talking
Sweden.
about, see, when he was the face of Son John, he's not lying, okay? All
Yeah,
right.
now I did Gap, I did Sean John, Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah.
The only one I haven't done is Ralph Lauren.
Ah.
When I do Ralph Lauren, then
Mm-hmm.
to me in my book, I'm
Mm-hmm.
good.
Why Ralph want to play you?
I'm too big. They told me where they saw me.
Oh.
There's a mean
Yeah.
G's
No,
baby blue
I've
one I
done
can't
I've
drop.
done shows with Ralph
That's new
Lauren.
right there. This is 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm. So
That's to
built
me
for sun
Bahama.
chasers. There you go. Then there's this here.
Pele Pele.
Yep, that's Pele Pele.
That right there was on a billboard, like all over in the hoods.
Yep.
That one, I got a couple in the cool.
Island Zone. This is cool.
That's Tommy Bahama. I love them.
Yep. So you won't believe this. I know you through Kyle Andrew.
Oh yeah, Kyle, big and tall dude. That's my boy from Canada.
Yes. So when I saw that, I was like, oh snap, cool. So that it was kind of that's how I discovered you.
Got you.
That was my experience of discovering you, which
That's
is
the
kind of
homie.
like, what? So
Kyle's my
yeah.
boy. He got like a good 8, 9 years in this.
Oh yeah. Factuals. So for sure. Hold on one hot second. Let me
I
see.
can't believe there's a
One more
picture
look
of
at
my
it.
son up there. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's how yeah, I don't know why there's a picture of your child. Gosh.
That's because it's my Instagram. That's why.
Yeah. So I just put in that and I was like, okay, what in the
That's all right.
frack is going on? Let me
No, that's
see.
all right. That's because it's on my Instagram. That's why.
Yeah, let me see here. Okay, show chat. All right. No.
And also, like back then I was a little bit too hood, so like I had to take etiquette class on how to speak properly and act properly, because I was I was a little wild dude. But I cleaned up my act, and thank God everything went back 360. I changed my whole like who I was and like how I acted in public and all that. But it took
Yeah,
me a while to
sometimes you
get it.
got to do that, and it's if you think about it this way, it's really for the better good,
Of course.
you know?
Now I don't even a lot of things before back then used to bother me. Now I just look at it and laugh like, okay,
Yeah. Because you get to a certain time and a certain age that you just like, you know what? I gotta let stuff slide
I
because
let I
I
let
have
things
to
slide
provide.
every day.
It's
I be like, yeah.
like, you
And
know.
it's crazy too because in the big and tall world, not to
Hmm.
cut you off, sorry.
No, you're
In
good.
the big and tall world, a lot of models always coming from my head. Like you gotta see these guys, they be DMing me like, yeah, I'm gonna take your position. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'm not competing with you. It's me versus me. It ain't me versus you.
Oh
They don't
wow.
get that though. I'm like, these other young models coming up now, these big and tall dudes. One of them called me the other day. You old as hell, man. And I said, get in the ring with me and I'll show you who's old. I was like, get in the ring with me. I'll show you who's old. I was like, I'll teach you how to box real quick. And then the chorus, a lot of people told him like, that's the wrong guy to go at. And then he changed his whole MO. Then he DM'd me a couple of days later after we had that little verbal, whatever the hell, altercation. That's not even an altercation. It's just like a dispute.
Hmm.
And he's like, I'm sorry, I came at you the wrong way, this and the third. I said, it's cool, man. I understand you frustrated. There's something going on in your life. If I can help you, I'll help you. And then straight up, I'm not the guy because I'm too laid back for that.
No, and
It
you
takes
have
me
to be
a,
at some point,
it takes me a lot to get mad. Like I'm like the Bruce Lee. Like I'm like all right. It's gonna take me a long time for me to get mad.
Mm-hmm.
That'll take. I'm laid
Once
back.
you do, and once you do, pique se fue
Yeah,
todo.
no. but like I said, I control my emotions. Back the younger me would have been like, man, I'm gonna take your head off, but nah, I'm not that guy. Plus, I had a son, so me, I gotta show my son. I gotta give him an example. I can't just be wild and then he sees me being wild and he thinks that's okay. That's not the case at all. Everything that I do, I always keep him in mind. Like, all right, what he, if I was a kid, would I want to see my dad doing this? You understand? Like, I think about it in that aspect. So he keeps me very level headed. It's a lot of things that I don't do because of him. Because I'm just trying to be around for him.
No, yeah, yeah.
You know.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the ads that you do, what location have you been to que tú te quedas like, really? You brought me here out of all places? Is there a location that you've complained about?
No, I've never complained about a location, even though like we've been. The one time I was on location, I think it was in Miami, and it was just raining like constantly, and we
Mm.
couldn't get the shot done because it just kept raining. The cloud was literally on top of us the whole time, but across the street it was nice. I'm like, this is some bullshit right here. But other than that, no, I don't complain about none of that. Like, but there's nothing to complain about because it's like I'm in my zone. When I'm shooting, when I'm on set, I'm in my zone. Like, and I love being on set. I love working. I
Mm.
don't know, like other people they're never gonna tell you I love working, but I love working. I respect hard workers.
This is true. Um, what was I gonna tell you? Out of all things you have done up to this point,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything you want to evolve into? Like you want to,
Yeah,
branch out into?
of course I want to transition into acting, but
Huh.
it's also one of those things where like I love the whole industry of acting. I love like the whole, like how everybody does their thing, but at the same time, it's a time thing for me. Like
Mm-hmm.
I hate that you have to take 24 hours to shoot one scene. I'm like, that shit makes no sense to me. Like, I would say 14 hours, okay, I get it, but 24 hours, I'm like, I got friends that are actors, and they big time or whatever the hell you want to call it,
Mm-hmm.
famous, whatever. But they, that's one of the always going to be the number one complaint. Like, we don't need to take 15 hours to shoot a scene and say, hey, how you doing? Like, it's crazy. There's the time consumption for me. Like, I'm very big on time.
No, yeah, of course, we all should have time management skills, somehow in our repertoire. We just don't cultivate them accordingly.
No, of course. And I mean,
Mhm.
again, like I told you, I respect people's time, and I respect everybody who has like their schedule on point. I understand because I'm the same way.
Mhm.
That's why
Silly
like I loved
question.
having a publicist because he used to keep everything in order for me, and I never had to do it.
So what, you let loose the publicist?
Yeah, no, we still good friends. It's just that now he ventured off now, so he's really working with musicians, like artists, R&B artists. So
Okay.
he's working for Mariah Carey as well. So it's like
I
he ain't worried
pobrecito.
about me right now.
God bless
Yeah,
Mariah.
so that's it.
God bless. Mariah's a lovely person.
She's cool. I mean, she's cool. It is what it is.
No, but everybody has their own personality, and and everybody has their own niche or talent or way
Hmm.
to go about things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
And
hear you.
sometimes when you pay your dues 20 years plus, there's a certain persona you have to cultivate for self-preservation.
I get it. I understand, but still, me, I'm always be the same guy. Like nothing's changing for me.
Mm-hmm.